one messes with me and the whole camp goes. Come on, child, burn me.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're actually going to do a custom. I think you guys saw MACREADY's review on this guy. I absolutely love this figure. I love this movie. One of my all-time favorites. One of my favorite scenes, I'll put it up now, is when he threatens to kind of blow everybody else up along with himself. He grabs a kind of stack of dynamite and then he lights a flare to threaten to ignite the dynamite. So that's my all-time favorite scene with him. I'm not really, you know, the flamethrower is cool, but I'm probably going to pass on that figure. I know NECA's doing one. But this figure to me, or that scene I should say, is really MACREADY. Desperate, frozen, cold, and just willing to do anything. So we're going to make that version today. This one is going to be a lot of dry brushing. This should be quick, easy, something you guys can do at home. So let me show you what paint I am working with. White acrylic. I think you can pick this up at Walmart or Michael's. I think I paid $2 for that. So I have two brushes I'm going to be using. Make sure they're really dry. This one's still a little water. Make sure they're really dry, and make sure you got a paper towel handy. And I'm just gonna I think you guys can see how much I have on that brush, which is practically nothing. It's a light touch. It's not going into the bristle. You see that? It's just on the tip. There you go. And I'm actually going to really try to wipe that off as best as possible on the napkin, making a counterclockwise look, and it's coming off probably, oh yeah, you can see it. I'm going to do it again. Let's see what we got here. There you go. And you guys can see that looks really good. So I'm actually going to just kind of run with that. So easy to overdo this, guys. Don't overdo it. Get that neckline. Let's take that off for a second so you guys can actually see. Light. Good light. Don't overdo it. It's always hard when you really love a figure. You know, should you touch it? Should you customize it? This figure is no longer exclusive, so if you want to give this a shot, it's not the end of the world if you screw this up. think you can get this figure for like 30-40 bucks on eBay right now. A lot of people want the exclusive. There's a new exclusive out with, it comes with a flamethrower. But, like I said, this is my favorite look. Everybody's got a different look, but now I want to stay away from the skin. I did get a little bit, like just a touch, but nothing to freak out over. Basically, if you look at the scene, what makes this really, really tough is that it is snowing out there, but this jacket is leather. So his jacket is more, and if you guys don't live in like a city, or if you don't live somewhere where it snows, you're probably not going to know this, but when you wear leather out there, it can freeze. It can freeze on you. I own a leather motorcycle jacket, so it gets a look closer to that. It's not really so much snow as it is frozen. Notice how I haven't applied any more paint. We're starting to get like a really nice look here going. This is really, really nice. Traditional dry brushing, you want to bring out the highlights, like right here, these little etches and but for something like this, you're not trying to do that. You're trying to get color in there, but you don't want it to be too distinct. You definitely don't want brush strokes. So that's why I'm like poking. Look at that glove. See that? I'm just poking it. To figure this dark, there's really no need for me to dip this brush in paint again. Don't forget to get his back too, and that's because, if you guys remember, I mean, it's snowing all over the place, you know what I mean? So, I don't think it's coming up on screen, but it's a really nice white coming out of there. They did such an amazing job with making this look like leather. Look at all those cracks that are hidden inside this jacket. It's amazing. If you guys wanted to add an extra black wash in there, you probably could bring out all the little hook details. And now this brush is so dry. This is messing up my focus. I mean, like look at that glove. Look at that. Again, I haven't applied any more paint. I'm just going with what I had. Coming out really nice. He's really looking like it's frozen as opposed to snowed on. That's the look I'm going for. Frozen. guys remember correctly from the photo I flashed, it's so cold out that his beard actually developed like icicles, which can happen to you. Really nice white coming out of there. Now that's proper dry brush. Look at that. See? Look how the white is catching every single crevice on top so that the green underneath is still there, but now it's popping so much more. Looks really, really nice. That's all dry brushing is, guys. That's what I tell you. You can do it. You can do this at home. You know, what, NECA's gonna release another one? You're gonna buy another one for $40, $45? Save your money. Put it towards a G.I. Joe. Put it towards a transformer. Yeah, there you go. See what I got. Yeah. Oh yeah. Paint's in there, wants to come out. So again, these boots look like leather to me. So I'm just doing traditional dry brushing. No real pressure. Let the brush do the work. Man, look at the detail in that boot. That's amazing. Good job, NECA. Really, really. Good job. I would love to work for this company. I bet you they have a blast. I bet you it's so much fun working here. I mean, those look frozen to me. I'm going to do the bottom of the boot. So we're going to have even more white on the bottom. I think you guys can see that. That. You don't have to worry about being too clean, but the only reason I'm being careful is because I have a much fatter brush. And I'm just being lazy. I'm just not switching over to the small brush. But if you're doing this at home, don't be like me. All right, I have not applied any new paint to the brush, so let's see how this goes. Yeah, I felt like there was enough. You saw the seam. He actually has a lot of snow caught up in his beard. So I'm just going to kind of poke around in there. Right now for the tricky part. He actually has some globs in his hair. Just lightly around the eyebrow. Very gently. You guys saw Rita's review on the Ian Malcolm from Jurassic World, Jurassic Park, whatever, from Mattel. I found that on clearance, and I thought that maybe I could use the figure for a custom one day, but I was very interested in this piece because here's a flare. Alright, so this piece comes from the new Iron Man. What is it? Hydro Iron Man or Hologram Iron Man? One of those. I'll put up a picture. But this is an Iron Man piece, and if you guys don't know, this comes off like that. And you're basically left with this. So here's what I'm thinking. I don't know if this is going to work, but let's try it. We like experimenting, right guys? Alright guys, we're in the kitchen. We have the stove on. We are going to heat this pin up, and the idea is poke it, but it's got to be poked right through the center. Here you go. I did come through on the side by accident. That's alright. The needle, the pin did go through clean. Even though it's bent right now, it's warped. But with a blow dryer, you should be able to fix that. I could probably sand that down. But yeah, let's sand it down and fix it and come back. Hey guys, here's the piece, a closer look. You can see that that's damaged. The reason we burned a hole through the middle is to get the LED through there. See the LED right there. Just to show you, you guys are not up a creek, so don't panic. Never panic. Got some epoxy sculpt. What we're gonna do is we're gonna roll this. It's a water trick. We're gonna, when you're dealing with something like this, it's just basically like a pipe anyway. After this dries, you can just sand it down. And the LEDs still come out. There she is. It's good. Alright, we're going to come back in a few hours after that dries, sand it down, and move on to the next step. Let's cut here. Let's make it double on the flare. Now I got these, I don't remember where I got these. These might belong to the wife from like a project. But basically what you're looking at is cardboard. It's like the same stick that you would get from a lollipop, like a blow pop. You can get these in like Michael's or, you know, cake DIY shops or something, maybe Party City. I basically cut 4 of these up. Pretty small, pretty slender. I'm just gonna super glue. Make sure you're keeping those rubber bands. You find them in the street, at the supermarket. Alright guys, we are done. I wanted to show you where we ended up with the dynamite. This is just epoxy sculpt. Did a couple of strings here. Maybe I'll clean that up a little bit because it's a little, I had to flatten it out. But it still looks good to me. I like the different colors here, different reds going on. Here is the flare. As you can see, I added a really watered down wash there. Added these two little things. And then we actually got the LEDs, which are in there. Painted this brown. I still got to clean it up a little bit, and I will. It's attached to this battery. I also ended up customizing the other heads. So here's Angry MACREADY. Very nice, very nice. Here is Scared MACREADY. You guys can see I got some snow in his eyebrows there and everything. Here's what I came up with. You can see that purple came out really nice under the eyes. You can get that color just by mixing white with that burgundy. And I watered it down a little bit. And there you guys go. He's done. I was able to heat that up and get it in a little bit, but that looks really good to me. I think I'm going to add some pictures. Well, let's see what happens when we turn the lights off. Oh, dude. Dude, really? That looks dope. That looks dope. This is great. I love this. He looks crazy. Go ahead, burn me, Giles. I love it. Somebody's texting me. Oh my god. This thing is dope. This thing is dope. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something. Hopefully I inspired you to make your own. Please like the video if you did. Make sure you do the YouTube thing. Subscribe. Hit that button over there. I got more customs coming, guys. Until next time. Stay creative.